Hello and welcome. Now I'm going to take you in. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but if it does, it will be quite a coup. Oh, it's not seeing it as the original. Now you may notice that our mower has disappeared. It shouldn't have done because it is the same, but the game will recognise it as a totally different model. So, yeah, basically, I destroyed the mower last sort of session. I was trying to make it better, and the model. I mean, not literally the one on this Let's Play. Although I suppose I did in a way. But in the tatters of my dream, when I was like sort of crying in my sort of into my beer, I was given a gift of thoughts, basically. Now, those of you who were in... Actually, it was re-released in FS22, but I think most of us were put off in FS19 of a dream that we all had of having a mower on a single side. And then me, at the same time, was pretty much Mr. Silly P. He sort of used to do it on the front mower, and then one session he did it back. And I think once we were all told, well, really, it wouldn't be able to support a front mower, the front three-point link would not support that mower like that. You'd have to put it on one of the reverse drive mowers. That almost all of us dropped it, but it was still a dream, and it was still something that we all remember. Well, you don't necessarily have... Now, we have sort of paid for this. We paid 20 odd grand for this already. So let's go up to the... Yeah, let's go up to the... let's take the bestest of the biggest now, because there's not much in it really, to be honest. In fact, I'm not sure if that one's more powerful than this one. It will be more powerful, but like it's not at the minute. I think they're both about 200 odd horsepower, or the other one's a bit more. Yeah, so in the tatters of my dreams, this morning I literally started to tear it to pieces and then re-add it, and then I was given a gift of thought where I started to think, couldn't you put the front mower on the back and reverse the drive, sort of the way that the drive goes? And obviously the back would be like the guard to stop anybody putting their fingers in the mower. So it would look like it was going backwards, but really it would still be going forwards because you'd have reversed the blades, so they were still cutting forwards. And I thought, well, yeah, you could do that. I'm going to be good. Yeah, even though there's nobody coming. Can we knock that down and throw it in the water? I think JMGaming's deliberately made them so I drive through it. Yeah. Oh no, but he'll be back. It will be back. That's what we think of that sign. I'm not normally a vandal, but I've got to be honest, it just makes no sense at all. I haven't seen a single... Yeah, I know in real life, yeah, they would. And I'm not a vandal, and I don't like vandalism, but just as a bit of a joke on a game. Well, I suppose it is true. It's not a good thing really to show people, but I think most people know that it really... I wouldn't do that really either. I mean, that's why I stopped in the first place, because I'm not a massive one for breaking laws and rules. Yeah, so I started to have this idea about this, and I thought, well, can I do it? Will it work? And I thought, well, it would work in real life. It's a little bit like Sid Moddin's. My favourite harvester in FS22 and FS19 was the twin screw. I've got to be honest. And it is a thing of dreams, but it is plausible. It isn't something that's beyond the realm of the physics are all good, which you'd expect from Sid Moddin because he is like a cracking modder. But our JHHG has just released the 600 series, so I'm well chuffed at that. Yeah, JHHG and Sid Moddin are two of my favourite combine makers. They are fantastic. I love their kit. And also reasonable. Yeah, they're not like... Yeah, their kit is always quite reasonable. Older models, which you'd find and have to have fixed up sort of thing. But yeah, they're still crackers, they really are. Yeah, so obviously I sort of yield from a time long ago where, we literally had these mowers. And you could have them in FS22, but I don't really... I thought it was going to be groundbreaking. I thought, no, I don't want to be doing it, really. You're not supposed to do that. So, yeah, so we have paid 20-odd thousand for our mower. It's just that the game doesn't recognise that it is our mower, so we're going to give ourselves that. It was 17,777 plus 1,777 for the two mowers, which it's now robbed us of, which we did pay real good money for. So with that in mind, we are going to add, we'll call it 20-odd thousand. It's about right. I think it is slightly more, but that'll do. Right, so we've got 48,000 Now, did we... please tell me I've reset. Right, okay. So then, we should see... I have put it in. I hope it's going to be here after all this fanfare with trumpets malarkey. It's called the front bar. It's got the picture of the old one because it is really that model. But back bar mower. I think it's this one, actually. It's a prototype. It's ugly. No, it's not that one. It is this one. No, it's not. Oh, my life, it's not. It's not brought it in. Well, that's a bit annoying. Okay, well, in that case, I will be right back. See you shortly. Right, I don't know what happened there. I did copy it into my mods folder first thing this morning, and it said it had done it, but I think it's because it had got the same name. Now, I don't know why it didn't realise that we'd actually got the other mower, because I'd not changed its name, I don't think, unless I changed the i3D. I did break it. I've got to be honest. I really did a number on it, and it was like cavorting all over the place and doing horrible things. So I thought, just do it again from scratch. I agree with Lambo. Sometimes i3Ds are just really awful and they break for no reason whatsoever. I ruined one, I had to do another one, and then I did another one. It was about my fourth attempt to do it when I was given this gift of thought. So, you know, what did I like? You know, one thing I will say, it's a prototype. It's not pretty. And all prototypes aren't. They're literally like boxes and just made so they're safe and they're not going to like rip things to pieces. But it is a little bit special in where it really counts. And it sort of is, as I said, it's now called my mower set for reasons that will soon become apparent. It's got rubbers where the blades rise and go into the body, but you will see it is actually got two mowers on one, but you of course do grab it from this side, so you are actually doing the front at the back, which and it works a treat. It does actually work. I have done the testing on this already, so yeah, it's well, we shall see. The proofs of the put it into it, and I've put a little bit of a cheeky sign on the back because that's the way that I roll. I like these things. Let's have a quick look at this beautiful sign. That's with the help of which one did this one? Oh no, I'm actually paying for this now. This service mower. You can see that the E has been crafted. No, sorry, the W has been crafted because the AI can't spell, and it said mover instead of mower. Right, yeah, this one I'm paying £5 a month because to be honest, it's well worth it. I'm knocking out so many signs for like productions and things like that. It's worth £5 a month. It's an awful lot cheaper than the other ones that I've done. So let's just fold this up. It should be alright. It's had no difficulties. It goes into up the rubbers, into the body like that. Oh, that's a point. I never thought about that. It actually lowers that one when that I've got that one down the wrong way then. All right then. Well, that can be fixed. Obviously, that's now in the back one's in the working position, but obviously you can't really travel down the road with those bars down. It is an 11 meter. It is. Oh no, it is. It's just the way that I'm sort of like I'm actually doing. I say it's a prototype. It's not. I am actually going to do that's to cover, obviously, as you can see, the fact that the things go into the body. I thought it was all right. It's like goes into the rubber, so it's not like unbelievable. It really would work, but I don't intend it to stay like this forever. No, this really is just a prototype. But the proof is in the pudding. Now, no naysayer can really say that, well, you couldn't have that on the back of your mower. The bar mower that this is based upon, you can see it is that as well. It really is the FS22 one, but it isn't, because we've like literally torn it to pieces and we've remade it. It's a little bit bigger, but it's based upon that concept of the bar mower. Now, obviously, the advantages of a bar mower is it's very light. Now, I've put strengtheners on those. As you can see, it's got an awful lot of structural integrity where the old one didn't have. So it is, again, quite believable. I put the physics. I put my money where my mouth is. The physics are the physics, and we have got strengtheners on the bars so they don't flop around because they're too long. But they are still, of all mowers, actually very, very light in a lot of ways, which does mean that the horsepower requirements is not like it would be for one of the normal mowers. So this little lot, front, back and the big bars, is only 170 horsepower requirements for an 11 metre. Now, I was, to begin with, I was going to stick like a hitch on the back. I may or may not, but I thought, isn't it good enough as it is? Wouldn't this really like be what you would want? So yeah, we're going to see now just how this actually does. So I'm going to say my words and we're going to mow the first field with this, the mower. Right, so I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, yeah, I'm going to come out and we'll watch them sort of like crack on. I grab the bales. I wanted it to be JMGaming's map that I revealed this, so it is in a way, and it is true. Obviously, I played the game long enough to know that it's sort of the making of history in a way. I mean, I'm not talking about anything too terribly grand, but it is, because it's one of those things that really has never really existed and yet could, and we've got it. It's there. I doubt very much Giants will let it in. But it is what it is, and it is quite a plausible bit. The physics is all spot on, so again, don't apologise for like doing something that really could work in real life, because it really could. So yeah, you can. I mean, you can. Well, yeah, you've only got to look at the hover. Really, it's a quite. I mean, I used to love the hover mowers as a kid. My grandparents had it, and I often used to do the lawns. I don't mean it funny, but they're quite amazing. The disco, I think the class disco is sort of based upon that kind of technology. The drums, the rotating drums. So, yeah, I mean, this one's cutting bars. It is very light. It really could actually do it. And the horsepower, I think, if anything, I've been a little bit cruel. I mean, the original was 120, and the front bar was 20 or 25, so it was 145. But I did think this has got a bit of extra gubbins on it, really. But I do like it. I've just got to tweak that front mower, the fact that it's down when it's like down, but I'm not sure if I can. I can alter its height a little, so I can do it so it's like above the ground a little bit. But everything's got drawbacks, so there's nothing that's perfect ever, so I'm quite pleased with it. I just really wanted it to be JMGaming's map that I actually revealed it on. Well, I only did it this morning, but what I mean is I could have gone on any, could have gone on a test map or anything, but this is the very first maiden voyage of this particular mod, which I hope will make its way into the mod hub. It all depends on if Giants are feeling in a good mood or not. I mean, yeah, we're doing very well equipment wise. I can't believe what we've actually got. It's quite amazing, but it has skinted us. I haven't yet made I was busy trying to fix the mower this morning, so I was determined I was going to literally give it a shot, and we did. And not only did we do that, it was a gift of thoughts that was given to me, and literally, the rest is history. We did it. We sort of made a groundbreaking mod. So I do intend to do the same with the stone picker. I've been playing around with it. But I want it to be my own work. I do. I want it to be, it's unique and a little bit different. And yet again, physics, it does matter to me. I've got to be honest. I'm a massive fan of, what's happening on the computer? What are we getting on? Let me just check. Why is this running? No, it's, I think, GPU. The CPU's purring like a kitten. So it's definitely nothing terrible. Either something was glitching. Yeah, the one thing is it shouldn't be terrible, but I can see that there's a couple effects not working right. It's got bits missing where it used to have all of the grass do it, so I need to like tweak the settings on the mower, but it is off now anyway. So we got any like really horrible things going on? No, nothing red, no horribleness. So I don't know what that was about, but yeah, so I've yet to find out what JMGaming. Obviously, he's done a special sort of thing for me, which I'm really chuffed about. No one's ever done that. It really is kind of him to do that. Yeah, we had a sort of chat the other day, and it is true. I was just well chuffed for him that this had been released so quickly by Giants. Really, I was only saying last week about testing, and then obviously I came on yesterday and thought, it's been released, fantastic. So I saw him on Discord, and I literally said, congratulations. And he said, well, I've got a present for you too, and that is, I have a download of a special map for yourself. So it could be, can you go in the wardrobe? You can go in the wardrobe now, can't you? Let's have a quick look, because I am a little bit, I'm not sure what he meant. Yeah, thought it might have something in here. I've never. It's amazing, I'm a terror. I never look at anything like this. Never. All of these times, I've never once have I ever gone in the wardrobe place and actually looked at this. But yeah, it's I can't see anything. But then I don't come in here very often, really, to actually have a look. But he definitely said, it's got to be something around town that we'll have a bit of a wander, because it definitely was. So yeah, it's quite amazing. I've not seen half of these things. Yeah, so it's not in here, not at all. Right, okay, well, there you go. So we've filled it up. We've filled out. I think we've got enough to go through the entire winter at this, because this is obviously going to be the last court. Yeah, my weight is working, but it's not finished. But it does work. This is one of those things I keep picking up and dropping down, and picking up and dropping down, and picking up and dropping down, doing a little bit, like my reverse dolly, which is also one of those things that are broken and I'm trying to fix. And yeah, it is a labour of love, and it will be right. Yeah. And the TranStar likewise. That I've got to be honest, for those people who make lorries, I mean 82 Studios, I've got to be honest, is a whiz. I was looking at that and I'm like, that is an alien science to me. All of these change nodes and things like that is something else. It really is. The modders who do lorries really, yeah, I mean they are. I mean, and they all are. I mean, I didn't realise until I looked inside the Phoenix just how tremendous a modder H2 Studios is. I mean, I did know. I mean, I've looked at his tutorials where he was whizzing through. Typical expert, a bit like Lambo. It is amazing how experts just forget just how good and how easy it is to them, because they're really good at it. But like they like talk about H2 Studios and say, you just do this and you just do that, and we appear to have a bit of a scuffle. Yeah, you are, and like neither of you's trying to yield. Right, I think you're finished. I don't really think you've got anything left to do, personally. It all looks good to me. Yeah, it really is quite amazing when someone is very, very good at something and they forget like that everyone else is just mere mortals and they're like supermen and women. It is true. I watched him and I was scratching my head, and I'm like, I looked inside the Phoenix and I thought, do you know 82 Studios? I had respect for you before, but I've literally total respect for this. Is such an alien science that you've got going on here, these change nodes, and he makes it look so easy, and it really isn't. You did that yourself, do you know? Seriously. We will rescue from this terrible thing called a bale. We will. Yeah, so I'm hoping. Obviously, it's a long way to go from till I would class it as finished. I'm literally sort of. It's borrowing the Elho duet innards because I needed a bit. I mean. Again, for the reasons I've just sort of said, I'm not an 82 Studios. I've got to be honest, although placeables, I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm doing some advanced placeables that really are not. Yeah, I mean, they are. And I mean, my modeling's simple, but I've done that for cheapness. And obviously, the people are like, ooh, it's only. Yeah, it is. It's true. But I've chosen the silo model on purpose because it really is the very best model. And I have got some silos that actually are not just your run-of-the-mill ones that are actually quite pretty, but these ones I'm going to have to like do. If I've been as I like insist on the realism, yeah, I've got to like do. I mean, these ones I'm going to go back to my old model because I've got it somewhere. I like these, but yeah, I prefer my original one. But I broke it, but I found it again in one of my others. Yeah, the corner silo was my standard, I think. Yeah, and I've got a special square silo somewhere, which that. Ooh, this one here on that is a thing of beauty. What is going on with the sound? What have we got going on? Oh, no, that's this, but that's not causing a game crash. No, it really isn't. But it isn't quite right. But yeah, I haven't finished it. But you can see that's not your run of the mill. That's quite a thing of beauty. Why have we lost all sound? What is happening to the sound? Okay, can you? I'm just going to check, do a mic check to make sure you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. What's happened to the actual sound? we appear to have lost the TV sound, which is a bit strange. Just make sure that my... Right, no, we've definitely got sound. I appear to have something's gone wrong with the sound on the literally this. That's what was going, but it really is. I don't know whether it's game crash or whatever, but you can hear me. That's apologise for there being absolutely no sound. But as that old saying goes, the show must go on. Yeah, so let's grab this. I reckon this is just about going to tide us through. Obviously, the one thing is we've now got 86 sheep. And that is obviously, I mean, we're not doing too. The only bad thing is, I think we really need something like the Bionic. If we're going to like focus upon doing clothes, I really need the next one up, which is like 50 odd grand. But we could really do with, look at that wool, we could really do with getting that in now, because we're missing the months. It's next April or May that you get the best price for clothes, and obviously we're missing like the bits where we would put this down really. So it's sort of, I think really we're going to have to maybe even take a loan out. I don't know that I've actually done this particular session. I think I've actually done the... Is that still... Yeah, no, it's still broken. Yeah, I've still not got around to fixing it. Spinny Tailor. I don't think I've got the next one up, which would be the Bionic, which would be 40 odd thousand. But I can do that straight after this. It's not really that difficult to do now that I know what I'm... Oh, we have. Oh, did I do it last time? Yeah, so we need to lend 20 odd thousand, really? So I think we're going to have to do that. Let's just see where would it go, though. That we can manage. We've really only got this bit that we're at. Until we buy the farmyard, we've only got this bit down here, which is sort of like where, typically where I've just put the fence. I mean, I've got to be honest, yeah, it's true. We could easily fit that there. We could sort of fit it against there, like so. And you could fit two of them together. But I think we will. Let's get this done. Let's grab let's grab this last couple of bales off. I apologise for I have no idea where the sound's gone. It's very, very strange. But yeah, there was some sort of weird glitch going on that I could see. So we could also set the... Yeah, we could set the fertiliser spreader going, because I'd like... Oh, nitrogen perfect. Seriously, we've just cut it. How can it be nitrogen perfect? Yeah, the reason it insists on that is because it's based upon the LHO, and the LHO does need to be down to be like that. So yeah, it's the same pattern as the LHO, but it obviously isn't the LHO at all. Yeah, the LHO is held in stasis, you could say. Really. I needed it for the animation. I needed to sort of like focus upon how it does it and all the rest of it, and I will adapt it. Yeah, I don't intend it to be a cheat forever. I'm literally I've got to be honest, they're very... Oh, it's lime. It's very, very complicated, the way that the folding and that works, and I get the gist of it. JMGaming sort of helped me with a mod, a shed, to sort of like have a look at this, and I sort of get it. Right, we need to be... Let's grab that. Yeah, obviously I did also test, and a worker can use it. I don't think I've actually got the AI bits right, though. I think I've got to do that, but we could see it worked. Yeah, the actual workers did take and do that quite... Oh, wow, 93%. We might be able to just about do that. Yes, oh, I think we can probably. Yeah, so basically I would say... no, it's not really going to hurt. Well, I suppose it... would it? Well, no, I was saying this. If it got washed, it wouldn't hurt the animals... Because I used to think it would. I used to like be really quite dead against this. And not, oh, you've done it. Right, okay, let's just drop that with the others. And we'll move that one. And I'm quite pleased with that, definitely. We'll get the fertiliser spreader going, because this, yeah, we've got to like get it ready for next year. And I mean, the one thing I do love about this is obviously the very big... Wow, that's quite some bales there. is at the very beginning. It's so easy to like, because there's not a lot you can do, and that's the one thing I do love about start. One of the things, not the one, but yeah, one of the things I do love about start from scratch is that fact that you really can get motoring to begin with, because you've usually only got one field at the very beginning, so it really, you can make some progress. Obviously we've got the sheep, but I've got to be honest, of all animals I find sheep are the most easy animals of all to actually. There's a lot of lurching going on the game, it really is, and it's not my mods. Yeah, so we'll put the bionic down and I'll fix whatever's wrong with it. Yeah, I do need for my milk. I do intend for us to go into cows. One of my favourite animals of all, the cows, which I think are a lot of people's favourites really. But right, so then let's grab these two things. I'm going to need the fent for that, aren't I? Yeah, so obviously when we buy the field, we'll start putting the sheds down. But it is true, we need a production first. We need to get this business going. So we'll stick that behind our one generator that's doing very well. We had some real good tick-ups. It isn't. I mean, it's abnormal though. It's not. It's not like super duper like some of them. It really is sort of quite. Oh no, wrong one. Got out one tractor and got back into the same one. Right, smashing. Let's grab that last bale as well. Get this out of the road. I'm so chuffed we've got this. I'm going to bring in some equipment specially for this that I've literally got for it. So yeah, but obviously it's not really. We're not far enough into the Let's Play. We're just at the formative things. Obviously bought our animals and we've got births already. It's quite amazing. And right, let's try that now. So we need to lend. Are we gonna? You know, we need to do it. We do. It's like sometimes you got to do this. Now, anybody who watches my channel at all will know that I really don't like doing this at all. But sometimes you just got to do these things. I need a little bit of operating costs as well. And so let's stick that down. And then I think it's not been a bad session, to be honest. So the bionic spinny Taylor. Got to put it in B mode, unfortunately. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, we don't want the yellow chevrons. Land is not owned by you. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, there's a little tiny bit on the. Yeah, is like a little bit of a headland type thing that. Now we need to do a little bit of this. Oh, okay. Need to go down a little bit. And then we'll like level to that point. Wow, that's sunk in a bit, that has. Right, now let's level to that point. Excuse me, my stomach's talking. I don't know why, because I have been fed already. Right, fantastic. If anything, I've gone a bit too mad now. What you ought to do is do a bit of softening back. See if we can get that. To sort of like do something. Right, I think that's not too bad. So I've got 4,509. Let's get those. I'm so chuffed that we got that telehandler as well. That is an amazing bit of. I don't imagine that liming is not far off done, although it's still got a bit. Yeah, so obviously I need to muck around with the effects. Are not quite right on the mower. I've got to be honest, I was really chuffed. I nearly finished. I did notice when I was like, it was folding. This does need the rubbers changing slightly. It doesn't quite go all the way, but I thought, well, actually, it does exactly what I thought it would do and what it should do as well. And it doesn't look too terrible when it's perfected. Oh, seriously, how could you possibly? I told you, they really are terrors. I mean, we could do this entire field. They just wander around. And precision farming can't be right either, because it shouldn't let them do that. They shouldn't be able to waste lime like that they are doing. That should have really done this entire field. So let's get this finished. We don't really want a full amount, really, do we? But I think what we're going to do is we will grab... Oh, there's no way to treat that fantastic mower. Yeah, it hasn't got any animations. This was my first attempt to like disguise the fact of the animations, but I've got to be honest, it was much more complicated than even I thought it was going to be. Right, let's let the worker like crack on. and then we'll do the last little bit of liming just after this is finished. So, right, let's carry on with doing the. Where did we stick the? Yeah, so the mower's not finished. It is a prototype. It is going to look a lot better because I'm also going to get my animations better, in which case I won't need to go to the extent that I have done. I do still want the covers, but just not to be as bulky as they actually are at present. That really is terribly, terribly unnecessary. But at the minute, it's terribly necessary because it sort of disguises the fact that the animations are like just wildly out for this thing until I wanted it to work, obviously. Right, okay, we're just not gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do this in a couple of hits. Have I think I did. Yeah, I think I literally doubled this. I think I did do this ready for the next time because I recognise the fact that I've not got many bionics and I've not got. That's the first super that I showed. I think actually, did I change this to? Yeah, I did. It's here. It's where it should be. It's on the palette trigger. I'm starting to put the palette triggers out where the grey is, so at least it looks like it's real. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of this putting things into the ground. I just, yeah, it's strange really, because Giants obviously talk about realism, then in some ways they've gone for the palette trigger, which really is totally unrealistic. It's a bit of a weird one really. There's some things that Giants have done over the past couple of years that, I mean, obviously they're trying to sell the game, and obviously they're trying to make it easier for those, because I've got to be honest, I know myself, it's a very complicated game. And I know myself, when I first came in FS19, I went to tree husbandry. I literally decimated forests because I could not get on with the farming at all. And then I gave it another shot. And I started to get, and I keep saying this, and it's true. It's like peeling onions. It's that there's layers to the game, but to begin with, you like think, oh, you're trying to grab it all. You can't do that. You can't grasp all of it. You have to grab little bits of it, unless you're a very clever person, and then bit by bit, you will get it. And I hated precision farming. I hated seasons. I don't mean hated. That's a bit of a strong word, but I couldn't get on with it. I was like, oh no, this is too complicated. I don't like this. Let's go back to the base game. But then I played with the base game for a few months, and I thought, I get it now. I need a bit more of a challenge. So I stuck seasons on, which meant I'd got to move from my favourite map, Sudbury Meadows, because it didn't have any season support, unfortunately. So I moved to another map. I'd played that map to death, and I could still go back to it today, only of course I can't because it never got updated, it never got released. That was when I contacted MA7 Studios for the first time, and actually went on the website and literally sort of left a message and asked about. I said, weren't you the modder that worked with the person that won the competition for Giants? Because they did. It was one of those where Giants did like competitions, or I don't know if competition's the right word, but yeah, you basically won things, and obviously MA7 Studios and the person who made sort of Meadows for this, I can't remember who it is. I think they went off to other things and left modding behind, but it was a beautiful map, very realistic, some real quite tough things. Beautiful house, I mean gorgeous, like mansion style house. Not that I very rarely, I was not a massive fan of the right thing. You've actually done it. Let's have a quick. Oh, I don't think we can see it, can we? Because it's gone wrong. Oh, is it working now? Oh, it is as well. So it must have been just getting used to the map. So fantastic. We've already purchased this. Yeah, we can. So at least it's working properly. So let's have a look. pH is rather a strange looking colour, and the nitrogen is a greeny colour, which normally grass is over here. But it's, well, I don't know. It seems to be quite happy with that. So I'm happy too. So pH was not too terrible. The same, we missed a bit in the middle. Should we just, let's finish it. Imagine, I've got to be able to see it, haven't I? I couldn't really see where we'd missed it. There's a patch here, but it looks equally good all over. So, something? I'm not going to I think it's a good place with the sound crashing and all the rest of it. So we've, this is the mower. Yeah, which is a bit of a this metal doesn't half get mucky quickly. Look at the filth on it. It's so yeah, it's beautiful shiny metal and it goes really tarnished quite quickly. So yeah, I've got the PTO and everything ready, and yeah, you can see the rubbers where it goes inside that, which I thought was quite. I've got again there. It was a bit of a rush job. This side's a bit better. I did this on a little bit, and you can see it should go inside that body, but it needs to go down a little bit more on the top. I didn't quite get time. I literally ran out of time for going to work, so I'm going to see if I can lift this slightly so that it's not dragging on the ground, or would be dragging on the ground in real life. So yes, but again, it's all on your back 3-point link, which is the strong one, and it can manage to do it. So yeah, whatever way that you can make the oh, got a bit of rock and roll going on in there, a bit of rumbling and all the rest of it. So yeah, 4,509. We ought to switch that on, and I'll show you it. Yeah, I've switched it. So we want to do fabric from wool. We want to activate it. I'd say that's a good idea, and activate the close too. So the cycles on this, I'm hoping I've done it well enough. So 576 times 6, we've got a bit of loss, and I've kept it at what like the loss to what it does. So we should actually do quite a bit of that, and the clothes. 400. Again, this might be wrong, as in like it might be too good. I mean, it should be good because it really is like a double, double what a standard one would be, and it's yeah. So it really should be good. That's why we're paid as much as we have. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this exciting and groundbreaking. Yeah, really is. I mean, I've got to be honest, that is something special. Even I recognise that. It might look an absolute mess, but it will, when it's finished completely properly, it will look quite nice, I think. And of course, the premise is it's a light mower that doesn't take much horsepower to do, so therefore it's quite believable, but it has been strengthened because those bars would be long, and without the strengtheners I don't think they would properly support that. So of course we have strengthened. They've got proper casing to keep those nice and taut so that they would actually do what we've made them do. So yeah, quite amazing. Yeah, so yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now. Right, I've got it. I found it. This is what JMGaming was on about. I've just taken a contract on as well. All my life. I didn't mean to do that. Right, so we've got an active contract. This is what JMGaming was on about. We have some special portraits. We do indeed. So let's have a look, shall we? Uncle Ben's cultivated. Matt Stewart cultivated. Buddy Whitney, the McDaniel family. Oh, I love it. Nice one. JMGaming. Erica and Judy Duncan. Megan Bowman. Sandy Weaver. I love it. Oh, she looks a little bit angry. And we have the Gorman brothers. Wow. And we have Cliff Caldwell hoeing. The angry lady again. Oh my life. The Bradley family. Wow, we keep on finding Brett Carpenter, Sandy Weaver, Caitlin Page, Yoon Binti Bahrudin, who's actually, he's not showing himself. Yeah, he's like amazing. JMGaming, absolutely smashing. So yeah, this is a little bit special, is it not? I'm well impressed. Maggie Pepin. Right, there we go. So we have accidentally taken on a contract. So I think I think it did say lease your leased equipment. So what I'm going to do, being as I've stupidly taken on a contract that I really shouldn't have done, we're going to go grab that and we'll set this going. I think. Cultivating Field 138. We'll do it next session. Well, I'm just going to take us over there to where is Field 138? Is where? Where is this? Is a big. This is a 4x map. Oh, it's not too far away actually. Right, so I'm gonna say my goodbyes, which I have already said. So hopefully you'll join me next session, and I will have got this stuff over there, and we will get that to get the workers going. I think on that to lose a bit of cash. No doubt. So yeah, all that remains to be said again is goodbye for now.